Hello, and welcome to my demo for artGPT. So inspired by the success of ChatGPT and the natural interface of dialogue, I decided how can I orient this towards art? Let's dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and ask for some giant breaking wave art. Waves are my favorite type of art, and well, giant breaking ones are super exciting. So a quick tour of the UI. You'll notice this is pretty similar to something you've seen before, definitely a chat interface you talk to your friends with. You can enter your message below. Your message will show up as history, and then below that, you'll get a response from the art bot. And so the art bot talks to you, but also, unlike your friends, it can make art like that. So you get to have this quick conversation and get quick inspiration of what types of art you want to make. So we'll see we're getting some nice breaking waves coming through. We're getting lots of shape, interesting forms, some big cliffs maybe they're smashing against. And then below that, we'll get some ideas of suggestions. So right now, I'm actually feeling a little stuck. I'm not sure what to use next. I'm going to actually look at these suggestions. And so, do you have a specific color palette in mind? Yes, I'm looking for dark, dramatic, stormy colors. That's one way to respond, is we can type things in ourselves. And another way we can respond is actually, instead of being forced to type our own chats, we can just click, and you'll see it was typed very quickly into the bottom for me, and then that message is sent back to the robot. So it'll respond to its own questions. So now we'll see our results coming back for the dramatic stormy waves. We'll see these are looking a bit more contrast, a bit more maybe emotional, lots of explosion, very big fans coming up. It's starting to get very nice. Below that, we'll see the response that we suggested. What materials does it want to use? And we'll say, depending on our chosen materials, we can do a painting, sculpture, or digital painting. So we're seeing it's really coming with this sort of painterly approach here. Maybe even putting some things on walls if we want to frame them. I like its ideas, but I'm a little happy with this dramatic direction we're going, and so something we can do is, instead of being forced to talk linearly, there's this reply button here, and so when we click reply, we'll see responding to, and now we can actually start a different thread. So we can skip the answers below, we don't like the directions that's going, and we'll branch off back from over here. So let's make these have high contrast and bright moonlight. And now, if you've used these type of tools before, you may have noticed that you often have to do lots of prompting, and it's very complicated, finding these very specific sequences of words. In this case, we can just talk to it in natural language, and it does all that in the background for us. We'll see some of the suggestions coming up next. What kind of background should we use for the artground? Should we use a single color palette or a mix of warm? What kind of detail should we add to the artwork? I'm going to go ahead and click this one. And you'll notice we can do that even while it's loading, so we can kind of move quickly without waiting. Let's try this one as well. What kind of background should we have? Let's see what ideas it has for us. See what sort of visual inspiration our art friend can give us. We can go ahead and look at these some more. And wow, this one I'm starting to really like, especially these two on the left and the right. Let's see what else is coming in here. We've got a bright sunset. Wow, I really like what it's done with the background here. Stormy background is very interesting. I love how it's coming up on the beach. I think we've got some ideas. I think we're ready to head somewhere. So now we can start to move away from our conversation and move towards a little more directed actions here. And so if we look, we can star a button like this, and you'll see that appears in my gallery here below of images I've saved. I'm going to go ahead and star this one as well. And then I'll look at this one here with the beach as well. I really just like this one the way it is. So what I can do is scale this up by clicking on that button. And what I can also do is click on this variation here. And so the variation will generate many, many options. So instead of being forced to move through dialogue, I can just move in the conversation of, I like this one, let's see more of that. I don't need to give it a specific critique. I can actually give it more of a thumbs up and say, keep going. So we'll see it starts to roll many choices for us that look just like this picture we had before. Wow, this one has a lot of great character to it, really rich contrast. I'm going to go ahead and star that one as well, and even scale that one up. You'll see the scaled up one for us appeared here. So we can go ahead and click on our download button, and that'll appear for us to save. We'll see our other scaled up one came here. I'm going to save those, and you'll see me post those on Twitter later because I really like these. And now we'll see some of our variants coming in. We'll take another look at these, and we're getting a lot of rich ideas, but I'm not going to wait too long for these because I'm actually really happy where we are with our waves. And now what I want to do is start a new conversation because I need some more ideas to bring in. I need some more inspiration. I want to start in a different direction. I want to merge two things, but I need another thing to merge. So let's go over here and say lightning that makes us feel like magic. I'm going to go ahead and create some lightning and see if I can bring that into the scene. So like the way an artist works is typically not in this linear fashion. We're not just making one thing. We go ahead and create, we blend, we pull many ideas together. And so let's see how this lightning's coming out. This one's pretty cool. I like this globe effect. I'm not a big fan of the maybe trees above it. Ooh, this one's interesting because it's actually over water, so it has a reflection. Maybe we could use that idea of the reflection in our waves. Go ahead and star that one and click this one here. And so now I'm going to show you there's another method we can do where we can start to be a little more nuanced and be specific about a specific image. So since I really like this lightning, I'm going to say, make this more purple. And I'll enter that one in. And so this is going to anchor us to this specific piece of artwork. When we critique that one in specific, instead of creating the general direction of where we're heading, we're actually critiquing this specific piece. And so you'll see we get the same image, but with a nice purple hue to it. Wow, that's really nice. That's definitely what I was looking for. I think we're done with the lightning here, and so we can go ahead and move on. And we're going to try to blend these two together. So let's try some different ideas here and see. Let's make a lightning storm that explodes the ocean. Use these as inspiration. So instead of just talking in language, now we can start to blend language and images in our dialogue. So I'm going to go ahead and click these, and that'll make them appear in our prompts. And as that one loads, I'm going to think of some more ideas, and let's say, let's blanket the ocean surface with lightning. And we'll click these ones as inspiration here. Let's try one more and say, mix the drama of this with the color and light of these three. And this time I'm going to pick both of these, purple and the not so purple ones, and see what we can get. And let's scroll up a little and see what's coming out. So wow, we're getting some pretty cool stuff. This one, we start to get maybe a shape of a wave, but I don't think it's quite so beautiful. Let's see if we can get some more. This one's getting pretty interesting. I love the way it just kind of cascades across the ocean. This one's really cool with the mountain kind of showing up in the background and then being occluded by the lightning, maybe whipping up some of the storms. I really like this one. This one's probably my favorite so far. It's a blend of where the ocean almost enters the sky. I'm going to go ahead and upscale that one to save as well, and let's even do a reroll and see what variations we can get there. Now back towards some of the other ones we're seeing. I'm liking this. I'm not getting enough of a dramatic wave though. So let's go ahead and try something with a bit more wave. So let's say big dramatic wave like these three here, and some lightning in the background reflecting like a mirror. And we'll try these two as our mirror ideas. Let's see how these variations are coming in. Wow, these are getting pretty neat, pretty wild. I'm really starting to like this. Not as wave-like as I wanted. Probably not going to save any of these, but definitely inspiring as a direction to go and maybe something we could blend in. So go ahead and save some of these, see if we can blend them in later. And let's try blend the magic of blank with the waveform of this here. This is really nice here. I like how the lightning is almost appearing inside of the wave itself, and rather than striking across the surface. Just go ahead and scroll through and enjoy some of what we've seen here. And here's the one scaled up. Okay, go ahead and download this one as well. You'll see that from me on Twitter again. And oh, this one's really nice, the way it branches across the surface. Go ahead and scale that one up. Oh, now it looks like we're really starting to get what we wanted here. Finally, with a bit of experimentation, a bit of dialogue, starting to save some of our ideas as we go. We're starting to really get what we want. And so this is it for me. This is where the lightning kind of strikes down. It hits the ocean and the wave comes up almost as if it's lightning erupting from the storm. And so let's go ahead and re-roll that one. And then let's do... Oh, this one's really nice as well, but I'm going to wait for this final one to pop in before I make my decision. Oh, there it is. That's really inspiring as well. Let's go ahead and re-roll this one as well. And so we'll start to see all these stream in, and Oh man, really, really getting the variations we want here. I'm not going to make you wait for all these to pop in, but I'm going to pick my favorite out of all these 40 that are rolling in, and you'll see those for me on Twitter, just like all the other ones. Thanks for watching my demo. I'd love to have you come and test this. Please reach out to me if you're interested, and it'll be public very soon. Thank you. Bye.